As a business owner, I found that finding fresh ideas for my TikTok or Reels was a painful experience. It was something that I put off because I didn't know where to start, or if I did look for ideas, I would end up in a scroll hole. Where did those 3 hours go? I don't know. It wasn't until I discovered how to capture short form video ideas without the scroll holes that my process then became a whole lot more efficient. Plus, I learned how to tap into tons of ideas, so I was never at a loss. So in today's training, I'm going to show you how to tap into this well of endless ideas without the scroll holes so that you can get unstuck and start making videos today for your business that actually drive leads and sales. First, let's address the typical way that people usually find ideas for TikTok or Reels. They scroll the apps for hours, guilty, and they end up in either a hole of comparisonitis. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, that's good. I should have thought of that. Or total overwhelm. Okay, I'm in. I need 6 70s inspired outfits, 4 friends to help me, and a cute puppy. How do I make this work? To avoid all of that, because no one's got time for either of those things, what's the best way to find ideas for your TikTok or Reels? Okay, so scrolling your feed is the best place to find ideas, but you need guardrails in place so that you don't end up in those scroll holes and accidentally lose 2 hours of your day. I'm gonna show you how to do this. First, you want to set a timer. I don't know about you, but I work really well when I see a clock ticking somewhere on my screen, on my phone. I feel like the teacher is looking over my shoulder. So we want to replicate that sort of environment for you. So set a timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, counting down.
Then you're going to pick up your app of choice, whether it's TikTok or Reels. So let's look at Reels just to get started. Here I am in my newsfeed, and you can see that I'm looking at a reel right away. So obviously the platform is pushing Reels like never before, but there's actually the Reels newsfeed. So tap the middle button just down in there in the center, and you're going to see Reels. And oh, look who it is. It's a reel I just published. So yes, you might see your own Reels in your feed, but you don't want to linger too long. We have a job to do, right? The timer is ticking. So make sure you go through your newsfeed and save Reels that you think could be adapted for your niche. So let's take a look.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
All right, so this could work. What I'm going to do is tap on the audio, and I can go ahead and tap Save Audio. The other thing you want to do here is tap the 3 dots at the bottom and then hit Save. So this is actually going to save to a collection, and I'm going to show you that in a bit. Okay, let's keep scrolling. All right, this could work for my business because I can simply do the same thing and share 3 tips. So I'm going to tap on the name of the audio, the bottom left. I'm going to hit Save Audio. It's been saved. Then I'm going to tap the 3 dots in the bottom right and click Save. Let's find one more.
Now, internally, asking myself in quite a worried way whether I might have made an error. I'm just now.
All right, this is another good clip of audio. I remember it being on TikTok a few months ago. Classic, it's now on Reels. But let's save it because this could be a good clip for me to use when I realize I'm making a common mistake. I can go ahead and use this audio and relate to my audience because it's a mistake we all probably make. So again, I am going to hit save. And if I check my watch, hey Siri, how much time is left on the timer?
The timer has about 5 minutes left.
Okay, so I still have 5 more minutes. So with 5 more minutes, I can probably find like 5 to 10 more Reels and audios. But for the sake of this demo, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next with all of those saved clips that I have. So I'm gonna go over to my profile, then hit the hamburger icon in the upper right, and then go to saved. So as you can see, there's already a collection there called audio. So all those audio clips I saved are right here. Now, you can also go to all posts and you can see that the Reels that we just found are also saved here too. Remember this one? So now if I untap the flag in the bottom right and tap it again, I can then hit save to collection, and I can actually choose which collection to save it to. So I can put it into Reels ideas. Now I've basically just moved it from, well, it's still in all posts, but now it's inside of another collection called Reels ideas. So if you want to be extra organized about it, and you don't want everything just living in the collection called audio, you can also sort things into something called Reels ideas, which is a name I gave this one. Let's go back to all posts and see what else we saved there. This one. So tap the flag, tap it again, hit save collection, and then it's going into Reels ideas. So there we go. I've got 4 ideas saved and ready to go for the next time that I film. Now you might be thinking, because we have ideas and they're ready to go, it might be time to start filming, but not in my world. I used to do that. Sometimes I do it. But when I'm really organized, what I like to do is batch each step of the process, right? So that step was sourcing our ideas, but now I actually want to move those clips and move those ideas into a project management tool. And this is something that not a lot of people do, but this is how we stay organized, especially with the volume of videos that we're producing. Plus I've got team members, right? I've got team members who can help me write captions and get these videos out there. So what I'm gonna do now is take you into my project management tool called Asana. I've already in a different video shared my whole system of how I manage my Instagram production. So if you wanna check that out, if you haven't seen it yet, I'd highly recommend to watch that first before we move on to this next section, where I'm going to show you how I take things a little further with my Reels ideas that I just found. Here we are in Asana in my Instagram production board. You can see here over on the left, I'm showing you a new column called resources and templates. So we actually have a template for every time we have a reel idea. I don't touch this. What I do is I go to the 3 dots and I say duplicate task, and I check off assignee as well. And basically everything that we already inserted is going to be in this card, and now it's ready for me to edit. So I'm gonna move it over into this column, ideas for review, and I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna also delete this, and I'm gonna fill in the title. So in another tab here on my desktop, I have my Instagram account open, and I've gone to the saved column, okay? So when you're signed into Instagram.com, just tap on the saved column here, and look what we have here. We have this collection called All Posts, looks familiar, and then we also have Reels Ideas. So tap into Reels Ideas, and this is why you want to take that extra step and not just saving the audio, right? If you save the video itself, you can pull it up here. So let's open up Cozy Home, and this is one of the Reel Ideas that we saved. Now the reason why I'm opening this on desktop is because I want this audio link. So I went ahead and clicked on the name of the audio clip. And now I'm going to copy this, Command C on Mac. I'm gonna go back into Asana, and I'm actually gonna paste it here into this area right here. So song, okay? So that's just so I don't lose that particular audio clip. Now for the next part, I want to actually write down what the concept is for the reel. So let's look at the reel again, one more time.
Working out, sleeping in, taking vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D,
Okay, so I'm gonna write it down. So share 3 tips as you point on the beat. That's the general concept, okay? Sorry, that doesn't go there, that goes here. The idea link, that link is going to be the actual link of the reel itself. Okay, so I'm doing things a little backwards here, but you can follow along. And let's give this reel a name. Let's call it 3 tips. All right, so here is where you need to do the planning before you start the filming. So now I'm going to actually brainstorm what tips I'm going to share. So let's try 3 tips to write a bio on Instagram. That's one idea. We can say 3 let's say 3 reel ideas for coaches. Is another idea. And let's try one more topic. The top 3 Instagram features for business. So I've just brainstormed 3 ideas that could be 3 tips that I share as I'm pointing. Let's choose one of these now and write out what those 3 tips are going to be. So let's go for this one, the top 3 Instagram features. Then I'm just gonna hit tab and let's say Reels for visibility is 1. Let's do stories for engagement is another. And let's say DMs for sales, okay? So that's it. Let's separate this because this is the one I'm actually going to film. So pretty straightforward. Now I know that I need to film as was demonstrated in this video, but now I've already decided and created the text that I'm actually going to share on screen. This saves so much time and it's so key to do before you start filming, before you start editing. So this is ready to go. Now that this is ready to go, I'm going to assign it to myself. I'm going to give it a due date where I want it to be shared on February 15th. And then I'm going to move it over to the to create column. So it's ready for me to film now that I've done that planning. This is why I use Asana. It is so powerful for making sure that I'm ready to go when I film, and you can see I have team members here. They can go ahead and do this part for me. They can find ideas and adapt them to my niche for me. It's really, really awesome. For 6 real ideas that I've already found for you, yes, I have done the work for you and found ideas that could work for you, the business owner, head on over to the link right below this video, elisedarma.co/reels. There are 6 ideas waiting for you, and nope, you don't have to dance. Now that you have a ton of ideas for your videos, go ahead and check out this next video here where I'm going to walk you through how I film up to 30 videos in one session. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's powerful because once you're done that filming, you're done for the month or 2. So I'll see you in that next video.